Hello everyone, welcome to our channel The Planner's Way. Myself Rohit. Today's video is going to be on the change control. Here we are going to discuss on the insights of the change control, what change control is, how we need to approach the change in any of the baseline schedule or any of the projects, what the process of the approval of change, how we do the impact assessment of that change. At the end, we'll try to demonstrate these things taking an example. Let's move forward on the video. Going with the structure definition, it is a structured process to manage the changes in project, either in the project scope or that of the cost, or in terms of schedule or any deliverables in the project. It ensures the changes are evaluated, approved, and well documented properly. It helps us to maintain the project stability and prevents the uncontrolled scope creep due to unexpected change in the project while commencing. To approach the change in the baseline schedule, there is a well-structured process how to approach it. The first is the submission of the change. It could be done by any of the stakeholder. The second is the review of the change by the project manager and its team. And after that, there will be the impact assessment of the change, what the impact of the change in the schedule or the project we see in terms of cost and time perspective. And after that, the higher stakeholder will take the decision on whether to accept or reject the change in the projects depending upon their complexity. There is a change acceptance board in place which will take care of either accepting or the rejection of the change. Once the decision have been taken, it will be well documented and updated in the change log. Let's dig in furthermore on the what the change request is, how the change request uh, is done, or if any stakeholder is aware of it, how it is raised. It is a formal proposal to modify the project scope, design, timeline, or the budget. Can be raised by any client, stakeholder, team member, or the management, but must include the justification, description of the change, and the expected outcome or the impact of the change on the schedule. As a planner, our responsibility is to see the impact of the change on the schedule in terms of cost and the time, and guide the project manager regarding its impact in terms of schedule, cost, or the resources, how much additional we need, which will make their job easier to take the decisions whether to undertake the change or not. For that, we use different softwares like Primavera or the Microsoft project and introduce that change on the baseline schedule and do the what if analysis of the scenario and see what's the impact on the baseline schedule when introducing that change, and let the project manager after okay, this much of the schedule have been impacted due to that change, and it makes easier for them to take the decision whether to undertake or not that change. Taking a scenario here, in this project we are building an apartment where a change has been submitted, add an extra balcony to the second floor. For that, what we need to do is this require structural design change and the additional material, that is in terms of resources and in terms of an equipment or that of the materials that need to be introduced there. The assessment will be done by the planners and quantity surveyors to see how much cost will be associated with that, and the schedule impact will be given by the planners. Okay, this much of schedule will be impacted for this arbitrary scenario 2 weeks. Once the change control board approves that change, the projects are well documented and drawings will be revised and the plan will be revised. After that, we have the revised baseline plan. We have the new timeline and the new cost. At the end, the next video is going to be on the forecasting in terms of estimate to complete and estimated completion. Please subscribe the Planner's Way to hear more insight from us. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.